is it that you don't get? I've already explained.
Can you simplify it?
No, I can't simplify it. It doesn't get any simpler than that.
I just think there's got to be some kind of intelligence.
No. That's a completely irrational conclusion to come to. It's mathematically near impossible that Type 3 civilizations exist. It's more likely that a Dyson sphere has been created and implemented by a Type 2 civilization.
KLG Community Radio.
I have one comment to make.
I read that NASA has plans to create a Dyson sphere.
Yeah, okay, and if you believe that, you're an idiot. Keep your calls coming through to Tom's Terrestrial Tabloid. I have a joke for you all. Einstein developed a theory about space, and it was about time too. You're on Tom's Terrestrial Tabloid.
Regarding the Fermi paradox, you feel that the great filter is ahead of us.
It must be. It's primitive thinking to believe that Earth is special or one of a kind, so yes, it has to be.
Well, with significant unknown variables, isn't it just as likely the great filter is behind us?
We haven't found life. No life, not even a smidgen of life anywhere else in the universe, so yes, it has to be.
In all honesty, I find the notion of a great filter unsound and find it much more likely that physical colonisation is a backwards concept to a more advanced species.
Look, there is a great filter. There has to be. There's no other viable option.
Unless there's plenty of noise and activity out there. But our technology is too primitive.
We seem to have lost the caller. And that looks like it's a wrap for another week on Tom's Terrestrial Tabloid. So be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Of course, follow me on all your social media. And remember, watch the skies.
It's my pleasure to share with you all the potential of what this can do. For those who are new, I'm working on alternative spectrums of communications, specifically dark radiation. It is theorised that dark radiation can offer up...
George, the slide.
Here.
Oh, no, I've got it. Okay. So, I was saying that dark radiation is theorised to have a whole new spectrum. I've been developing the hardware that will hopefully create and isolate dark matter materials in a vacuum.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this what we saw last year?
Well, this... If this can be developed...
Hang on. If...
The issue we have is that you still don't have anything. There's mock-ups, beta versions.
I don't understand the potential.
The communications industry, we can't bank on a potential return 10 years away. We tried getting someone in to work with you, even...
No, that wouldn't work.
We're not renewing your contract. We've wasted 10 years on this already. But, hey, I managed to talk them into allowing you to continue to research on this IP in your own time. But just remember, we own the rights once you crack it. We still want this to work.
Need this
I
to
hate
work.
to say it, but I did warn you about this last year. I don't know, George. Maybe find something new. Lots of people find something meaningful to do in old age.
Stop staring.
You told me 20 years ago that you never wanted to set foot in a classroom again. Have you looked at finding another backer?
Not really. The IP is theirs anyway.
You've worked so hard to get this far. It'd be a shame to throw it all away now. Besides, retirement is not all it's cracked up to be. I just read an entire book about ants. Amazingly complex. You know, there's these explorer ants. Usually they get killed. But they're necessary for the advancement of the whole colony.
I feel like I've wasted my life. Amounted to nothing.
Look. George, look at me. I know you. You'll be okay. You will find your way.
I don't know.
That's right. Walk away.
I thought you were here for the whole day.
Nope, I'm done.
Bugger.
My name is George West, and for 29 years I've been working in computer programming and experimental physics. The focus of my career has been on developing a new form of communication, which, to my knowledge, no one else has researched.
You're in a room with a bunch of other people, all wearing blindfolds. Everyone is talking over each other, and there is someone on the other side of the room that you want to communicate with, but you have no hope of hearing them above all the noise. So, what do? When you take off the blindfold, you communicate using your eyes, another sense. That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm creating a whole other way that we can communicate. Gamma rays, X-ray, UV, they're all dangerous to us. My research is looking at the very real possibility of there being another spectrum, entirely untapped, that is much larger than the electromagnetic spectrum.
So, if my mobile phone uses microwaves, could I use it to heat up my food?
So far, my research has been funded by a private company.
Oztil.
Your university is perfectly positioned.
I'm sold. I was sold before you walked in. Let's just say I do my homework. Of course, the university would own the complete intellectual rights to this property. You do own the rights.
Of course.
It'll be a 12-month contract with quarterly progress reports.
12 months?
Consider it a trial.
What would you expect me to accomplish in 1 year?
Of course, you can continue teaching if you'd prefer.
Graham. Trudy? What's happened?
On behalf of Trudy and the family, I would like to welcome you all here today to this service of remembrance for Graham. In speaking with Trudy this week, she reminded me that Graham was the kind of person who did well at whatever he put his hand to. We're here today, of course, to mourn his loss. At the same time, we want to remember his good qualities. Each of us has only one life to live. We each need to think about our legacy. In what way is the world a better place as a result of our own contribution? What will we remember Graham for having left behind?
I'm in.
I thought you would be. There's one other thing. I know you like to work alone, but I think it will be wise.
With all due respect, I am grateful, but it really is just a one-man.
Sorry, George, but that's the...
But I am someone who works best alone.
Call him your intern.
Plus, given the 8 years of work to get where I am...
Those are the terms.
Who do you have in mind?
Okay, final question. The paperboard, also known as the Chinese takeout box, was invented in what country?
I think it was the United States.
Not China?
No, I'm pretty sure it was the US.
I don't know, I've never had Chinese takeout before.
Really?
Well, I'm not Chinese.
Well, maybe we should try it sometime.
Why would they call it Chinese? Doesn't even make any sense.
Okay, this calls for sudden death between Team Tom and Co. and better late than pregnant. Okay, so if you guys could please choose a representative from your table and have them come up the front, thank you. Okay, sudden death. The first team to get this wrong is out. Okay, an easy one to start off with here. Is gravity a force that pushes objects apart or pulls them together? No, help from the floor, please. What's your answer?
Pulls them.
Right.
It's neither.
Okay. One of these teams is correct, which means that was the final question for this evening. So, can we have a drum roll, please? The answer is... it pulls them together.
No.
Well done, guys. Get your vouchers.
No, wait, you're wrong.
What? Just chill out.
Gravity is not a force, it's a consequence of space-time.
Mate, I don't write what's on the cards.
Stop, listen to me. The mass bends the space-time around it.
Yeah, take it easy, mate.
Einstein proved it.
Mate, just take mine.
I don't care about that. It's not about that. You guys were wrong, I was right.
Look, you just have to accept what was on the cards. It's done, it's over.
I'm not coming back.
I can get you a voucher from the public.
Wait, just calm down.
I have a radio show.
Radio show?
Yeah, it's really good. I call it Tom's Terrestrial Tabloid. It's quite intelligent.
I see. Budding celebrity scientist.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll most likely have my own TV show at some point. World tours, books, websites, that sort of thing.
Interesting.
I have 2 PhDs.
One PhD was enough for me.
I suppose that makes me more educated than you.
So this is it?
What have we got here?
The transmitter and the receiver.
Who's Graham?
An old friend.
You work together?
Something like that. I'll show you what I've got. this is where I get stuck. I can't get this damn thing to send the signal from the transmitter to the receiver. Fuck off. First step is creating a stable transmission of the signal from the transmitter to the receiver.
And the end game?
It will completely change how we communicate with each other. Email, text, video calls, all outdated. Instantly. If this simple signal can be sent between these two machines, then we have proven that dark radiation exists.
What information's in the signal?
It's a sine wave. Instant and near infinite data transfer between any two devices.